guys, Pirates Masquerade here, back with another review. Yes! Finally, I am back with more reviews. Long story short, it has been a while. I do start classes again, starting Monday. Yeah, so I'll probably be uploading reviews during that period of time when I'm done with my classes, or whenever I have a break, or when I'm done for the day, or stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing online school, so yeah. You guys can, I'll talk about that in the vlog and stuff like that, so give you guys updates. So yeah, so today's review is on the 2001, no, this is not a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, because that's how most of the reviews start off, but no. It is from the 2001 Power Rangers Time Force Quantum Defender. Oh my god, that looks like all chrome. That'd be pretty cool, but that's just the way it looks. So yeah, this is the review of the Power Rangers Time Force Quantum Defender. Yes! As you can see, I'm very, very excited for this review. I love this toy to no end. Let's get started on this review, shall we? Okay, so the Power Rangers Time Force Quantum Defender. I just want to say this is my favorite toy ever in the Power Rangers line in general. Like, I really do want to say that this is the most show-accurate toy we have gotten ever. It is pretty much the exact same size as it would be in the show, and this is pretty much just like, technically counts as a prop because it's at least the exact same size as it would be in the show and in real life, and it is a very, very nice weapon. And considering that, whoops, sorry, whoa, bumped the light, crap, that I can hold it, and I have like bodyguard size hands, like Kilowog size hands. Green Lantern reference there. So yeah, it is a very, very nice weapon. This is a weapon that most like adult-based, like adult collectors and adult Power Ranger fans like. They can wield this, like they should have no problem like holding this. Like, it's really, really nice that they actually made this toy so that adult collectors can like hold it, and like maybe even cosplayers like hold it like that. Yes, I'm starting, but I'm sorry about that, you guys. So yeah, so going over the detailing, let's just stop this turntable for a second. Turn it off. There we go. Alright, so going over, whoops, whoa, caught it. So going over the detailing, I'm going to turn on my macro mode and turn on my light. If I can get, there we go. So as you can see, that it is very, very, it's sort of scratched up. I will get to it does have lights and sounds, but I will get to that a little later. 2 modes, sword mode and gun mode, and also role-playing mode. So yeah, as you can see, it is very, very, it's sort of scratched up, few minor scratches on it, but I got it used, and there's no way I'm going to get this brand new. I'm going to tell a little story real quickly, but after I go over the detailing. So it does have the nice goldish eye, like right down there, and it does look like the Quantosaurus Rex head, which is what it was supposed to look like, so what it was modeled after. It also does kind of have the that little control sensor thing, I'm going to call it. I don't know, I'm going to roll with that. It does have the number 6 here, because the Quantum Ranger was the 6th Ranger in Time Force, and Time Fire was also the 6th Ranger in Mirai Sentai Time Ranger. I'm hoping I got the first part of the Time Ranger name proper. I think it's Mirai Sentai Time Ranger, but I'm not sure if it's Mirai Sentai or if it's pronounced differently. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. This was a bad idea to do it that way. This way. Okay, so now I'm going to tell a little story about it real quickly, and while it's spinning around, I'm going to tell I'm just repeating myself already. Wow. I'm gonna tell the story while it's spinning around. So, yeah. All right. So the reason why there are so many scratches on it, and why there are like a few scratches on it, and why there's paint wear on it, and there's the chrome paint is like really worn out, and there's like red plastic exposed on the chrome parts and stuff like that, is because I bought this used off of eBay. Long story short, I did grow up with Power Rangers Time Force, and then I really do, then after it ended, I really do remember growing up with Wild Force also. Those were my two favorite seasons. But favorite toy of them all would have to be the Quantum Defender. Loved it on the show, loved it now. It is awesome. I really did like it. It's really cool. I really love the design. And also, in Mirai Sentai Time Ranger, it is called the DV Defender, used by Time Fire. Thought I'd just say that because I'm not sure if I already said it or not, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. I said it now, so yeah. Alright, so I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, so I bought it off of eBay with a buy it now price of $30. Long story short, people are stupid when it comes to a rare item like the Quantum Defender, because there was a bid, and then there was a starting bid of like, I don't know, like $10 maybe, and then there was a buy it now price of $30, which is a very reasonable price. Yes, if there's a starting bid of $10, that's really cheap, but if there's a buy it now price of $30, fork over the extra $20 and just get it and buy it now. But some people are kind of weird when it comes. When there's a buy it now item like really rare, they'll start bidding on it instead of hitting buy it now, just to see if they can get it for cheaper, and see if people don't notice it, and see if they can swipe it for cheaper. But $30 is a really reasonable price for a 2001 Power Rangers Time Force Quantum Defender. And when I saw that there was bidding going on and there was a buy it now price, I went like that and bought it immediately. Thanks to my friend Mason, he actually got this for me. So for about $30, that's not a bad deal. It is completely worth the $30. Yes, it does have some minor wear and does some scratches, but that comes with a main really retro toy. So yeah, so enough of me rambling. Let's get on to the lights and sounds, shall we? This thing stopped spinning already. Okay, so going over the electronics, lights, and sounds in the Quantum Defender. There is a total of 3 sounds, and there's one mode that uses the light. So the on-off switch is right here on the back. I'm not sure if you guys can actually pick that up. Let's see if background mode can. There we go. So it's right here. Just turn it on, and you'll get that standardized Time Force turn on sound, powering on sound, not turn on sound. God forbid. So, and you'll also, one more time. Alright, so during this you'll also, while it's still on, you'll hear this generic Time Force beeping sound that you would hear in the Chronomorpher or Chronomorpher, whatever you want, whichever way you want to say it. Like that beeping you'll hear in the Chronomorpher and the I was just about to say the Quantum Defender, obviously, and the Quantumorpher 2. I'm not sure if it's in the badge or not, but yeah, I think it's also in the Chrono Blaster, but yeah. So, generic beeping sound. So, yeah. So, to actually play the sound of the firing, you actually have to press the trigger. which just pressing it, you get this sound. And if you hold it down, it does nothing. Just press the button. Pull the trigger, actually. And one thing I do like about this is you can spam the heck out of this. And you can annoy your siblings with this toy because it's fun too. Anyway, so there is one little light. It's from the tip of the gun. I'm not sure what the actual official gun term would be, but it is actually right there. So I'm gonna turn off my light. One LED light. I'm not sure if it actually counts as LED light, but it is a light. So yeah, that is the gun mode part. To switch it to its sword mode, you have to pull down on this like slide tab. You pull down on it and it'll, like, there's two little pockets. Let me just see if I can get this better. There we go. So there are two little pockets where you'll pull this down from. Turn this off a second so I can speak. There's these two little pockets here that the little pull tab slides into, one for each mode. One for gun mode and one for sword mode. So, and also, one thing I do want to note is, like, sometimes, like, just like in the, what's it called? The Thundersaur's blaster, I'm not sure what it was called, but from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, that their blaster, their generic blaster, their sidearm, the on-off switch is right here, which did, if you're going to like hold on to it, you can maybe you'll accidentally hit the on-off switch when you'll want to like have the sound. I have no idea what that was about. It's freaking arm seizure or something like that. But I'm getting off topic. So yeah. So when you're going to turn it into sword mode, pull down on this and then just slide it up to the tab. And it'll lock it into for the sword mode. And just so you guys know, turn it back on. It's not the trigger it's not the way the handle is that triggers the way of, like, if it's in sword mode or gun mode like it is in like the Thundersaur's blaster or anything like that. It's actually, I'll get to it, but it's in the jaw. That actually it's the sword tip, it's the part of the sword that triggers whether it's in sword mode or gun mode or whatever. So turning it back on, and to turn it in, like to get the blade to pop out, normally you'll have to pull it out yourself, like it was in the Blade Blaster, but not with this one. For this one, you actually press down on the jaw, and I really do like how they designed this. So I accidentally pulled the trigger, and you can also just have your gun mode like this for some reason. So, yeah. So, press down on this and you'll get the second sound, which is the switching mode sound. I have no idea what they officially call it, but oh well. One more time. As you can see, when you collapse in the jaw, the teeth line up, and the blade reveals, it unfolds from the top, that's the word. And then you also have to extend out the blade portion. And now you can get the third sound, which is its sword mode. I have no idea where this sound came from. It sounds like that would have been better with the gun mode. Although there is a slashing sound in there. And yes, I'm on a turn chair, so that's how I'm actually able to do that without hurting my back. So, yeah. You can spam this. If you just hold this down, you'll just keep getting that sound. And say if you want to annoy an older sibling or a younger sibling or whatever, You can do that for as long as you can without wearing out the battery. And there is also no light while it's in sword mode for some reason. I do not know why they couldn't. I wish they would have put, hold on, let me turn off the light for a second. I wish they could have put like a little light in here, like made this a little translucent, like maybe yellow for the eyes on both sides, and then had like while it's in the sword mode, they could have had the eyes glow up while it's in sword mode, or they could have just had like a translucent blade part. But then again, that would have been made it easier to crack, the blade portion to crack. But I still wish there would have been some lights for the sword mode, but what can you do? Can't win them all. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the sword mode. One thing I do like to say is that I'm just gonna transform it into its gun mode. One thing I do want to say is when I'm transforming it into the sword mode, I'll do this and I'll leave it like this, but I will just like lash out and then just swing out and just have it so the blade pops out. And this is the good thing about the Quantum Defender. It's not like the 2011 Thundercats Sword of Omens where you actually have to press down the trigger. In order for you to be able to remove the blade. You can actually just do what I do, is swing it out and the blade pops out. Figuring that there is a lock right in here that actually stops it from it shooting out, and figuring that might wear out sooner or later, but it has not worn out. I've had this for a couple of months and it has not worn out, and I've been doing this like crazy. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the sword mode. One thing I do want to say, turn it into gun mode, on the DV Defender toy or whatever, it was there was one more sound, and you would get that by pressing on the button right here. And there was also a variant of the Quantum Defender that had that painted in, just that one section painted in for the button. I'm not sure if that actually was a button or if it was just painted, but yeah. So just thought I'd let you guys know about that. I'm trying to figure out what batteries it does require. It actually requires 2 AAA batteries to power the Quantum Defender, so that's a good thing that it's AAAs instead of AA's, or God forbid one. I know there was one. I think there was one weapon that required, I think, either a C or a D battery. I have no idea what weapon that required that much of a battery. Alright, so one little thing I do want to say before I forget is that comparing its sword mode, the length of the sword mode, to the Mega Blade. From the bottom of the handle to the tip of the blade, actually is very, very much lengthy, because it goes all the way to here on the Mega Blade. So that is very, very impressive. And if you're going to line it up with the tassel, it goes directly up to the where the blade extends from the Mega Blade. But if you're doing from handle to handle, it is actually maybe a few inches shorter than the Mega Blade. So okay, so overall, do I recommend the Quantum Defender and you guys hunting it down? Yes, I do recommend the Quantum Defender. I do recommend trying to hunt it down. Just be aware of prices. I have seen one go for about $120. I've seen one go for maybe $70. I've seen one go for 100, and I've seen one go for 200 for some reason. It was at 200 and people were still bidding. So yeah, be cautious of prices. If there's a buy it now price of like anything under $40, 40 and under, and there's a buy it now of 40 or under, pick it up at sight, because I can guarantee it's not going to be there for long. If there's more people like me that will, if there's a buy it now and there's people bidding, I would just go like that and swipe it, just because I would just snag the chance at buying it, because it's very, very much worth the price of 40 or under, possibly 50 or under, but do not spend more than $50 on it, because it's just, yes, it's from 2001, but it's not that much. My goodness, I cannot speak. It's not that much. It's not that worth it to spend. Like, you don't want to break the bank about it just for one thing. But if it's coming with a box and if it's complete with box, I would go with getting the one with the box and the holster and complete with box. That brings up the value to at least. Just don't spend more than 60 or 70 on it with box and holster. If it's got the holster, you can go up to 55. That's what I recommend, only with this and the holster. That's all I can really say, is that I do recommend it, just don't overpay for it, which is what I'm pretty much trying to say. But yeah, it's a fantastic toy. I love it. I'm pretty sure you guys will love it if you are a Power Rangers Time Force fan. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hopefully plenty more are going to come by. Look out for the movie reviews and season reviews coming up soon. Till next time, I'm Pirates Masquerade saying later days.